Alrighty, what's up, guys? Doing a live subscriber Q&A today. Figured I'd do another one of these. It's been about a week or so since I've done the last one, so I figured it was about time. So you guys can feel free to say what's up and welcome. Gonna be just answering questions, stuff like that. Hey, what's up? What's up, man? Always first, always first. I think I actually saw your Instagram account, so now I know like what your actual name is. I think it's Jaime, like Jaime. I'm pretty sure. Like I think that's what your name. Okay, cool. Yeah. So like now I won't call you Annalise Belaño. Jaime Anaya. Yeah, cool. Exactly. What's up, Raging Dragon? What's up? Hey, what's up, Anastasia? How's it going? What's up, guys and girls, everybody? So just doing a little Q&A if you guys have any questions and stuff like that. It's been a little bit. T Copage, can you check out my store, please? Yeah, for sure. I'll be doing store review stuff in this stream as well, since I know a lot of you guys do want store reviews. So I'll be doing that along with the Q&A. Yawn Breakers, what's up, man? Nescafe 3-in-1, gotta get my coffee ready. Go get your coffee ready, one sec. Tom Miller, what's up? How's it going, Tom? I think that's everybody in here so far. So yeah, it's a good day so far. I mean, it's been raining a lot in Orlando, so not exactly the best weather. Like, I kind of want to go to Disney later this week, but I'm gonna have to wait till like Friday or something like that because it's gonna rain like this entire week. It kind of sucks, but it's not the worst. Oh, to check my DMs, yeah, let me check my DMs real quick. I can go ahead and check that for you. All right, cool. I see it. OBEUST. Yeah, I'll pop it up. I'll show it on screen or something like that. Or did you want me to do it on the stream or privately? I mean, I could. It's probably better on the stream because then I can actually like talk about. Yeah, on the stream. All right, that's what I figured. Oh, the store's in Spanish. Cool. Good thing is I know a little bit of Spanish. That's at least helpful. Crap, what was the password again? OBEUST. Okay. UST. Okay. All right. So, what is like? Yeah. All right. I'll go ahead and open this shop on my computer then. I just have it on here. Yeah, you guys, everyone else, you can feel free to leave your questions if you have any. I'm gonna be opening up Jaime's store right now. Madeira-shop .myshopify.com. Okay, and UST. What's up, guys? Sherry Reed. What do you think about Jared Goats's #2 ranking sales guy in Shopify dropshipping? I've never heard of Jared. I don't know who Jared is, so I mean I can't really have much to say if I don't know who he is. I mean, if he's the #2 ranking sales guy, I imagine he probably knows a thing or two about Shopify, I would imagine. I don't know who he is though, so I can't really answer that question. OBST. Cool. Was about going to sleep. Yeah, Anastasia. I don't know. I'm in Eastern time zone in the U.S. Eastern Standard Time, so it's like 7:15 p.m. for me right now. So I'm not exactly sure what time it is in your country or wherever you're located, but it's definitely tricky trying to do live streams because people are all around the world, so everyone has a different time zone. So like trying to get it at the right time is a little difficult for sure. I try to do it at a time that's like I mean, you're never really going to be able to get the live streams perfect, but at least a time that most people would be able to hopefully join in. Okay, wow, a lot of questions coming in, guys. All right, hold up. Okay, so it's an example store. Don't laugh. All right. Yeah, I'll go ahead and open that in a second on the stream, but for now, just go back to doing questions. Sorry if my video output is kind of low. Oh, it's 2 a.m. there. The internet here, the Wi-Fi here is not exactly the best. Yeah, I'll screen share in a second. But the Wi-Fi here isn't the best. I'm gonna be moving in I think like 2-3 months, because my lease here ends in July, July 31st. So I'll be moving like June-ish to like a house. So that's gonna be a lot better, a lot better. I'll have control over the Wi-Fi versus this apartment ass Wi-Fi. Not the best, but okay. I have a all right, Eric. To Eric Don, what's up? Hey man, so I'm going to go ahead and start to run more Facebook ads, but I am wondering, should I do flex targeting or just single interest? If I do single interest, it comes with 4 million audience. Yeah, when you do a big audience, that's perfectly fine because it gives you a lot more room to scale up. That's what I've actually been experiencing right now with this new store that I've been launching. Because the thing is, like, stuff has changed over time. Like a year ago, it was better to go more specific. But I mean, from what a lot of people have different methods, a lot of different ways to do Facebook ads. From my personal results, it's best to go more broad because Facebook will find the people that are going to buy from you, and they will target it. So I've been kind of playing around a lot with my ads right now. I know I did a video on that a couple days ago. So right now I'm trying to scale out this product. Like, I know the product works, but it's difficult sometimes trying to scale up with Facebook ads. Like, I'm not exactly the best expert with Facebook ads itself. Like, I've done a lot of different stuff within Shopify, but I don't know, scaling is definitely something kind of tricky, but that's what I'm trying to work out right now. And then I'll definitely share that with you guys, like the whole process of like technical Facebook ad stuff, because things change as well, Eric. So honestly, just go more broad. That's what I've seen work. It doesn't, like, I would just do single interest and then engage shoppers per each different ad set that you're running. Yeah, I hope that answers your question, Eric. I saw you put the question twice. Yeah, I'm trying to make sure I get to everybody. But yeah, it's probably my best. Like, if you have any other follow-up questions, you can just leave that in here. Yeah, hey, what's up, Swift? How's it going? Julia say, hey, Brennan, or hi, Brennan. You reviewed my store, Smile Snobs. I just made my first sale on Friday. However, I'm confused with how to fulfill an order. Sweet. Okay, cool. So I'm glad that answers your question, Eric. Yeah. Julia. Yeah. So to fulfill the orders, I use Oberlo. Oberlo. Let me just open. Well, I can't really open. All right. Let me see if I can. I will start screen sharing in a second, so I can also review that one store for you guys. So I can't really open my personal Oberlo, but I can open at least like the website and kind of show you. Man, the Wi-Fi here is just terrible right now. Stuff's taking forever to load. Oh my god, it's like, Jesus Christ. Okay, this website's super slow too. All right, I think the stream is a lot better now. Okay, all right. So let me go ahead and start screen sharing so I can show you guys what exactly this looks like. All right, cool. So we got this up right here. So for Oberlo, Julia, to fulfill your orders, this is the app that you want to use. Like, this is what Shopify recommends. Like, you want to have Oberlo. That's how you fulfill the orders. So, like, you, in terms of how you do it, like, see, it's free too. Like, their starter version is free. So that's all you really need. Until you start getting, like, a lot of orders, then you have to update it. Yeah, so, I mean, what's your question on how to fulfill it? Because basically with Oberlo, you just go to your orders list and then click fulfill. Like, you literally just click the button and it's super easy. You don't go to fulfillment on Shopify, you go to the Oberlo app to fulfill it. Maybe that's what you're confusing there. You go to the Oberlo app to fulfill it. And then within that, you go to your orders, and then you click on fulfill order. It's pretty straightforward. It takes you right through it. Just make sure you go to the Oberlo app to actually fulfill it. So I hope that answers your question. But if you have any other, you know, you could just leave another one. I hope that answers it. I mean, it's kind of hard because I can't really like show you my own stuff, but then it would like show all of my products and stuff like that. So let me go back up to the other questions here, trying to get through. All right, let me go ahead and add. All right, let me just go through Jaime's store right here. So this is a test store that he's running right now. So un experto. So what was your question about this store, Jaime? Like, cause I mean, it's not bad. Like, it had like I like the branding of it. I mean, it's hard for me to see it too, just cause like I don't know Spanish that well, but I kind of understand like what you mean. What do you think about the colors? Oh, the colors. I mean, the colors are not bad. You might want to just go with a white backdrop because that's what people. I would also get rid of this. This beaconing app is pretty bad. So I would say just do a white backdrop. That's going to be a lot better for you guys or for you. Gosh, it's like lagging a lot. Okay. So yeah, and Elise, or sorry, Jaime, I just read that name there. It's like, gotta change it to white. Yeah, yeah, I would say change it to white. Yeah, I would say that's probably the best thing to do there. Let me just go ahead and just go up here. I'm gonna go ahead and open the other store in a second, but okay. So let me go back to the other questions here, guys. I know there's a lot of stuff coming in here, lots of typing, so trying to make sure I get to everybody. Okay, so I have 600 store views this weekend and only 2 sales. Rip. Damn, that's a lot, Swift. I remember you were doing like influencers. Make sure you're targeting the right people. Yeah, so you were doing influencers. Cool. Yeah, that's a lot of people. Swift, do you want to match your influencers with your niche? Yeah, yes. Any tips? Okay, Imtiaz Sikter, any tips on buying bulk toys from Alibaba? Buying bulk toys from Alibaba? I have not bought stuff from Alibaba myself, although I do plan to in the future for a store that I'm currently working on building like a big brand. But that's like a year, honestly, in the process because it's going to be mostly focused off of YouTube organic traffic. So it's going to be a while till that really like comes through. So I don't really have a ton of experience ordering through Alibaba itself. But you can do it and get better discounts on products. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm glad that answers your question, Julia, about how to do the Oberlo stuff. Because, yeah, you don't go to Shopify for fulfilling orders. You just go straight to Oberlo under your orders list. Gaming. Okay, that was just Anastasia. What is your suggestion about the theme, free or paid? I'm working with Brooklyn right now, but it feels limited. Anastasia, I've always just used free themes. If you want in the future, you could get a paid theme, but just remember it's kind of just all about looks, like, and functionality. Like, you can mess with the code a bit to make it less limited, but I know that that's a little bit advanced for a lot of people. And honestly, I've spent so much time messing with the code here and there on certain website or on certain themes to make it work the way I want it to, and it's kind of a pain. So if you wanted to go for a paid theme and you just want to go for it, then sure. But at the end of the day, whatever theme that you have is not going to make or break you getting sales. But if you wanted to make your store look a certain way, whether you're building a brand or just doing a regular store, you want to have something look a certain way, then yeah, doing a paid theme is good. But at the end of the day, free or paid is not going to really make or break you getting a lot more sales. It's more so your product descriptions, your apps that you're using, the way that you're setting up your checkout page, and like all that stuff, like all the little things that I show on my YouTube videos, or am going to be showing more and stuff like that, of course, in the future. But those things matter more really than the theme itself. But if you wanted to get more versatility, then sure, but it's not really necessary. I think it's because I've used those influencers. What do you think about the colors? Any tips for Alibaba? Yeah, I hope that answers your question there. Imtiaz. My store isn't clearing because of banking issues, but it's science related, interesting. Refresh. Brennan, look at it. White looks weird. Okay. Swift. Yes. To answer your question, is it worth buying Luke's? I have not put Luke's on my store yet. I will in the future when I scale up more, just because in the very beginning, I mean, it could help you get some initial conversions, but I would say just really optimizing the text and your video ad is like the two biggest things that lead to conversion. Because the thing is, reviews are at the very bottom of your product page, so a lot of people probably won't even scroll down to them. So, I mean, Luke's is really good because it has really nice product descriptions. It has really nice reviews that you can import from AliExpress. I mean, if it's worth it, I mean, I would definitely say it's worth it if you're getting enough visitors. But in the very beginning, I wouldn't worry too much about apps until you have enough visitors. So, like, I'm trying to go, like, on any new store, basically just go, like, the bare minimum until you start to scale a little bit more and you have a lot more traffic. Then it's worth it because those little changes will impact your total conversions and help you a lot. But in the very beginning, I mean, I know that your store, you've come on the stream many different times before. You've had a good amount of visitors. I mean, you could do it. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of up to you. It's not exactly a super expensive app, I don't think. I haven't looked at the price recently. I know it's like, I know they have like a free trial range, or something like that. So yeah, I mean, you could get it. There's not exactly a clear answer there, but I hope that kind of helps a little. White looks weird. I already closed the store, but honestly, Jaime, to answer your question with the colors and making the store look a certain way, or I guess I could reopen it. Yeah, let me just go ahead and reopen it real quick. Okay, the white. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the white actually doesn't look too bad, because the thing is like, that's what people are used to on social media. So people are used to, like, Instagram with the white stuff, and it's just like a lot of social media pages are white. It gives them trust and gives me photo reviews. So I would honestly stick with the white. Like, I like it, like, just matches a lot better. Definitely, obviously, you gotta mess with your product descriptions and stuff like that when you actually run traffic. But yeah, hope that answers your question. Sorry guys, the stream is lagging a little bit. It still says the video output is low. I have no idea why. If it's lagging a bit, okay, so yeah, let me go ahead and open up a new tab, close that out. Maybe it's because I have all these other tabs open. Let me go ahead and close these down. So yeah, maybe it's because of that. All right, so thank you for doing this Q&A. You're welcome. I'm Tiaz. I like doing the Q&As. It's pretty cool. Helps people out. What's up, Ghost Wireless? How's it going? What's up, man? Perwiazify. I've seen you before. Yes, this is good Q&A. You should do this like once a week. It could help a lot of people for sure. Definitely, I try to do them about once a week. So, Okay, I think that helped the stream a little bit. I had like a lot of different tabs open on my computer, so maybe that helps. Thoughts about Tai Lopez social media course? I mean, I had one friend that went through it, and he had some good success. Although, really, if you're talking about the social media marketing one, I talked about that on my recent video about like different online businesses you guys could start. The thing is with the social media marketing course is like it's a lot of in-person direct sales. So you have to be good at that and then also good at Facebook ads. And the Facebook ads, the thing is, it's different. I mean, it's very different from like drop shipping ads. It's more lead generation or like local business ads. So it's a lot different if you're trying to pursue that as well. I mean, the cool thing is it's like a lot more. I think it's simpler because you have a budget that they give you right away to work with instead of your own money. So I don't know. It's up to you. I mean, I had one friend do decent with it, but now he just does funnel stuff. So it's a little different. $10 a month gives me photo reviews. Yeah, Luke's is pretty cool. I have not used it directly myself, although I do plan to add it probably in the future when I'm running a lot more traffic. Brandon, let's make a change. I'm gonna set up a brand new store while you do your live stream, and you can stream it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it would really update as much though, because that's the thing is it might lag a lot, Jaime. So I would say I mean, once you're done with it, you could just send me it and I can look at it. I mean, I would say if you're trying to do just the Shopify dropshipping, just focus on one store, add the products that have like traction you're already seeing winning, and roll with that. I mean, you don't have. The thing is with your store designs and stuff, like a lot of people get tripped up on the design. Like, it doesn't have to be that good. It's mostly your landing page, like the product page itself, the product description, the page that you're sending traffic to. That's what matters the most. And then the funnel that they go through to actually purchasing. Like, it doesn't have to be that complicated. Like Swift's store, for example, like I've shown it on the live stream before. Like, it's pretty simple. Like, it's a pretty straightforward store and it converts. Like, it's not that difficult to like, okay, I guess it is slightly difficult, but what I'm saying is it doesn't have to be that complicated. Like, it can be pretty simple and still convert well. Ghost Wireless, about to start my very own niche store today. How many store do you run? About to start my very own niche store. Okay, so for starting your own niche store, do you mean like building a brand with a niche store, or do you mean, are you going to be testing trendy products on Facebook ads? There's a lot of different ways you can run Shopify, or e-commerce in general. So maybe give me a little bit more background on what you're trying to start up, because there's so many different ways that you can do it. And in terms of how many stores I run, I had one last year that did really, really well off the black face mask. I know I've talked about that a lot on the channel here and there. I sold that one then in July. So I got rid of that store just because like the product kind of died out, and I was able to make some extra cash flow on it, which is kind of cool. I've talked about how to sell a store before. I actually have a video on how to sell a store. But I know that's not really what a lot of you guys are looking out for. But in terms of how many stores, I mean, I just started this new one, which I did the Facebook ad video on as well. And then I have another one that like I said, is the more long-term brand play, which is a curly hair niche store. I haven't actually I have like the idea formulated. I haven't actually started to like make the actual store itself, just because it's about a year out from really being anything substantial, because it's mostly going to be on free traffic and influencer traffic. So I would say that's really the overall history. It's like 1, 2, 3. I mean, I'll probably build more in the future. I mean, the thing is, it's like, how many stores you run. I mean, you can vary from different brands to different products, but that's kind of like an overall thing. It's like I have the one right now, I'm just starting up. I had the one last year that I had sold, and then I have another one in the development process, kind of like the idea phase, more so between actually but the brand stuff is all long term. So I guess that kind of gives you an idea of like the different stores and stuff, because there's a lot of different ways to run e-commerce. I know a lot of people but not on Facebook, on YouTube will kind of just talk about the one way to run an e-commerce store, and it's like there's so many ways to run e-commerce stores. That's why I talk about on the channel, because there is so many different ways to run it, different ways to grow it. I mean, it's really quite expansive and kind of cool, kind of interesting, honestly. I think that's why I like talking about it, because it's kind of cool. Raging Dragon, do you know a product that would be a guaranteed sale? Sorry, I just feel like it's a good question. Raging Dragon, no, that's a completely valid question. A product that could get a guaranteed sale. I mean, the thing is, yes, the product is very important, but there's not really an easy way to say that you can get a guaranteed sale. I would recommend going on Pexta.com, because that's an easy way to find a site or find different products that are kind of like popping off. You could also do Dropship Spy. A lot of those product research tools I've gone over on the channel, like Thieve.co. A lot of those are going to give you a good idea of a product that has converted already. So you're not kind of like just out in the dark trying to find a random product that's going to work. Like you want to find products that are already making sales in other stores. So that could give you at least a bonus, but your marketing, the way that the audiences you're testing, that's going to affect the ability to actually get sales. So the product matters, but everything else also matters. Is it possible to get? It's possible the $1 in a week challenge or $1,000? Oh, because the period in other countries is a comma. Okay, so $1,000 in a week challenge, it's completely possible. I mean, really, the thing is with total money, Jaime. I mean, I used to think that like $1,000 a month was amazing, like a lot of money. I mean, even last year when I had first gotten success with my first store, I was like, oh my god, I'm making, $3,000 a month, holy like all this stuff, like thinking, and don't get me wrong, it's a lot of money, but I mean, as you make more money, you start to realize how little that amount of money actually is in the grand scheme of things. So, I mean, you level up. You level up, I could say. Because like $1,000 a month is gonna seem like a ton when you're not when you're only making like a couple $100 a month, and then like once you get to $1,000 a month, you're like, okay, cool, and then $10,000 a month seems like a lot, and then eventually when you get there, it's like, oh shit, So it's kind of levels to it for sure. Going along there, does Commerce Inspector tell me store theme? Swift, I'm not sure if Commerce Inspector does tell you the store theme. I personally use Commerce Inspector. It's pretty helpful. I don't remember if it tells you the store theme or not, although you can look at it, definitely check to see if it does or not. If it tells you the store theme, I'm not sure if it does. You can do it in the code as well to see the store theme. So, yeah. Salo Sanchez, Online Money 24/7. What's up, dude? Yep, that's my old name. That was before I started doing like the whole like personal brand stuff, and like showing my face, because for a while I just did the PowerPoints and just recorded my voice actually with this mic right here. But I figured I would show my face and do a little bit more personal stuff, just because it's a lot more fun for me, and I can kind of diversify the type of content that I make a little bit easier. And eventually I'd even, maybe do some vlog stuff. That'd be kind of fun. Just to get some different types of content. What would be your first steps when building a brand? T. Copage. I would say the first steps to building a brand is to identify the niche. Like, pick your niche. Figure out what you actually want to focus on. Because when you're building a brand, it's not just about, okay, what products are you going to sell? You have to think about what are you going to specialize in? Like, what is your niche? Okay, so for example, the brand that I plan on building in the future, that I'm kind of in the ideation phase right now, it's going to be about a year out, like I've said. And it also kind of depends on my girlfriend for her to actually build out her YouTube channel a lot more. Although she is getting some subs. I think she's at 20 now, so that's cool. But that's, in terms of building a brand, you want to pick a niche. So for her store in the future, it will be a curly hair store, like hairbrushes and all that kind of stuff. So you need to think about what niche, what kind of area you're going to focus in on, right? And once you figure out what kind of niche you're going to do, then you can kind of decide, all right, now what products go along with the people that want to buy in this niche, and then think about what types of content you can create around your store. Like, some people say, for example, if they're in the waist trainer niche, right, the fit, like, quote unquote fitness niche, I would say the waist trainer niche is more specific. Say, for example, that, right? They make content, oh, how I lost weight with this product, and then you lead them to your store. Like, there's a lot of different ways, but I would just say picking your niche is the first step, and then figuring out what products are you gonna like focus in on within that niche. Because like you could say fitness is your niche, but there's so many different types of fitness products. You want to pick like an even deeper niche. I actually go over that a lot in my course, like about the specifics of like a niche and really like this like basically the levels to it, because it beyond just like picking fitness, obviously then there's bodybuilding, or then there's powerlifting, and then there's waist trainers, like a lot of different subcategories there. I've been Ghost Wireless. I've been running a general store for the past couple months with just trending products, but no success. I want to start my very own brand. That pretty much just what I just said for T Copage. That pretty much goes along with that, with building a brand. I mean, trending products are cool for cash flow if you can get your Facebook ads right. That's what I'm testing out right now, because it's pretty passive if you can have something going and like set it up that way. But yeah, I mean, building a brand is definitely the more long-term play that's a lot more sustainable, and you build out a good customer base, and it's a lot different and a lot better long-term, but it's going to take a while to actually get like stuff built up in the beginning. Anastasia, does it or is it worth to target exactly the same audience that other people did for a winning product? Speaking about using Pexta, I have not actually ever paid for Pexta. I've just used it to look at products. So I'm not sure exactly how accurate their audience targeting is. I know a few different other YouTubers I've seen go on Pexta and kind of say that the audience targeting isn't exactly perfect. So I would say use your own audience targeting for the Pexta products, because I'm not sure if targeting the exact same will actually get you results. Because from what I've seen, some people say that it's actually not that good. Oh, Raging Dragon, sorry I lost connection. What was the answer? Oh, the answer to your question. Sorry, I just kind of going along here. Raging Dragon. Yeah, let me go back up to your question. Do you know a product that would be a guaranteed sale? Oh yeah, so Raging Dragon, to answer your question there, the whole like guaranteed sale thing, I would say Pexta is a good way to get an idea, or any kind of product research tool. I've had a lot of videos on the channel going over product research tools, so I would just look at those. Those are going to give you at least an idea of different different products that have already sold on other stores. So it's not going to give you the exact targeting and all that, but it can help you. You know, you can't really guarantee sales. Obviously, your store is going to matter. Your targeting, however you're doing your ads, is going to matter. But at least picking products from there can kind of give you an idea of what has sold before. Edwin Zalea, hey, what's up, man? How many stores do you have? I've been following you since 24/7 online money 24/7 channel. Hey, what's up? Yep, I've seen you for a long time, man. So how many stores I have? I actually just went over this a little bit ago. Someone asked the same question. So last year, not to kind of sound like a broken record, I guess, I'll just go through it real quick just because everyone else has already heard this. But last year I had one store. It was called Shopping Seduction because, I mean, at this point it's sold and it's not like an active store anymore. So that was my store last year. I had sold that and then in July, once the Black Mass kind of died off. So that was one store that was like made a good amount of money last year. And then now I have a new store like now that I have been running some ads to. I'm kind of testing out this one product. I made a video on it on the channel as well, kind of going over the ad strategy I'm using there. So right now I'm kind of working on scaling that one up on that store. And then my other store is something I'm kind of in the ideation phase right now of a curly hair niche store, which is more of a bigger brand, more long-term. So like the store I'm running Facebook ads to right now is like a trendy product store. So that's kind of like my trendy product type store where I can like, it's a general store, right? I can launch as many products on it as I want, different niches, it doesn't matter. And then the other one is more like the long-term brand building store. So I haven't actually like made it, but I have like the plans for it, the type of niche, how I'm going to do it. But like I've said, it's going to take a long time to build that because it is more of a long-term brand, and there's a lot more planning that goes into that versus just like throwing up products on a trendy store. You didn't upload a video about how Facebook ads going to change. Oh, yeah. So, Jaime, in terms of answering your question about Facebook ads changing, yeah, I was going to make a video on it, about like Mark Zuckerberg's like trial and all that kind of stuff, but I feel like it's been overcovered, the whole Zuck thing, so I figured I probably wouldn't make a video on it. I mean, at this point, it's kind of like old news. So, at least to answer your question with it, Facebook ads aren't really going to change. I mean, no news has come out that anything with it is changing. It's just the whole controversy. I mean, think about it. Every other ad platform does the exact same thing. It's just that all these old people didn't really know what happens with their data, and then they're all like, oh no, they're all like freaking out, you know, because they don't know what actually happens on the internet. And so then they're all freaking out, and everyone gets all pissed off. And it's like, yo, this has been happening on Google for years. This happens on YouTube. This happens on Facebook. This happens on Twitter. This happens on literally any social platform that you put yourself out there on. You create an account. Like, your data is tracked because that's how they run ads. It's like any platform. Even cable. What TV shows do you watch most frequently? Well, they're going to give you ads based on that. I don't even know if they can target that well, honestly. TV ads are pretty bad, unless you're like a general brand. Well, no, you can target based on location. So even television has had that data type mining for like years. So I think it's just stupid. People just are dumb, honestly. Like, people just are uninformed. I mean, it's kind of funny, but it's also sad. It's like, you don't, like... This is how the world works, people. Like, I don't understand. Anyway, that's kind of like ranty, but I mean, I might. Nah, it's kind of like old news at this point. But regardless, you're welcome, T Copage, Raging Dragon. Yep, you're welcome. Giovanni Rojas. What is the best traffic source to get started with a new Shopify store? The best traffic source for a new store? It's debatable. I mean, you could do Instagram influencers because it's a lot easier to understand. However, it's very, it's kind of hard to repeat. So it's not exactly the easiest thing to replicate and continue with. So Facebook ads is a lot more complex, but it's a better traffic source because it's a lot more consistent. So, I mean, it varies. I mean, that's probably my best advice there, Giovanni, the best traffic source. I mean, there's also Google AdWords. I would say really pick one and master it, right? Pick one traffic source, get really good at it. Okay, like last year, I mostly pretty much just focused on Instagram free traffic through hashtags and stuff like that. That worked really well last year. This year, it's kind of like oversaturated. So I don't really focus on that anymore. Now I've been focusing more on Facebook ads, learning all about that, like the more in-depth stuff, because I kind of knew the basics of Facebook ads, but not so much as I know now about Facebook ads. That's why I've been making some more videos on them, because I've been learning a lot through testing and stuff like that. So, I mean, pick one traffic source and get really good at it. Anastasia, yep, you're welcome. Good night. It's like 2 a.m. where you're at, so that's pretty late. You're welcome, Edwin. Jaime, have you ever hit a 15K month? Not yet. That is definitely a nice goal to get to in the future. I'd like to. I mean, and one thing also to keep in mind with, like, when people say, some people say this on YouTube, like, yeah, 15K month, but I mean, I'm saying 15K profit, okay? That's the type of thing that is like a goal for me. Not 15K net. Like, I'm talking profit. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't differentiate between when they talk about their numbers on YouTube. like if I'm ever telling you guys like about numbers and stuff like that, like I will definitely tell you the profit, because so many people on YouTube, a lot of gurus and stuff like that. I know this has been like a lot of controversy recently. A lot of them will be like, "Oh yeah, I hit like 30K this month," and it's like, okay, 30K total sales, but your actual profit is probably like 20% of that total. So it's like a lot less than it seems. I understand the clickbait. I mean, I even do it. The $100 day thing, that was definitely clickbait, because it was actually like $72 or some odd cents like that. But just kind of keep that in mind when you see some people saying like high months. It's like, I would look into the profit. But for sure, that's definitely a goal of mine. Working on that. Edwin, AdWords, how does that work? You have a video on that? I did have a video going over the basics of AdWords, like mostly about how it's like a hot traffic source for 2018. But I don't actually have any specific videos going over AdWords, just because I've not used the platform. So I really don't know a lot about AdWords. It is very similar to Facebook ads from what I've heard and from what I've kind of seen playing around with it a little bit. And I have Edwin, I actually have a subscriber, Socialismus, who is not in the stream right now. At least he hasn't said anything. But I would say I mean, it would be nice if he was in the stream right now, honestly, because he could answer your question about AdWords. But I mean, at least to go over the basics of AdWords, you're pretty much just running traffic to people that search things, right? You know, people search like a keyword, and you're running traffic to people that have those keywords. So it's not too difficult. I might make a video on it, but I really don't know a lot about it, so I can't. I don't have like a video going over like the in-depth stuff behind it. I just don't really focus on it. I mostly have just been focusing on Facebook, so. So, yeah. To Luz Moss, you know the Travelocity? The travel... You know oh, I see what you're saying. Instead of Travelocity, you meant Trevejo. T Copage, which I'll get to your question in a second there. Luz Moss. I'm sorry if I like mispronounce the names. T Copage, I've been able to draw traffic to my store, but no sales. I've even had a few people add products to their cart. If you're running Facebook ads, just give it some time. Because it does take a little bit of time for the ads to optimize and for them to actually start getting sales. Like, you'll get add to carts, but if you've had add to carts, that means that people are interested in buying the product. So T Copage, I would say just give it a little bit more time, run those $5 a day ad sets, and you should get some results soon. I would probably go, if you're doing Facebook ads, I'm not sure if that's what strategy you're going with. I would probably recommend watching my other couple videos I just put out on that. That might help. Edwin Zelaya, yeah, some gurus talk BS. Yeah, I mean, some YouTuber gurus for sure. You gotta be careful with the way that people say things. I mean, it's just part of the game. I mean, yeah, people are gonna use stuff to get attention. And I mean, I even do it myself just because it gets clicks. I mean, that's part of the YouTube game is to do that. I mean, but at the same time, it's still about having integrity and staying truthful and stuff like that, which some people are crap at doing. And I like to at least say that, I'm not bullshitting people, all right? Some people can talk up their earnings and not actually talk about profit, but anyway, Luz Moss, sorry you know that Trevejo influencer. She has an agency. Hook me up with contact info. I don't actually know her. She is in Miami. I just follow her page because I like her posts and stuff like that. And that's why I used her in a lot of my old Instagram influencer videos that I used to have on the... Well, I'd still have them on the channel. I just haven't really been making Instagram influencer videos that much recently because it's kind of an oversaturated video section now. Like, I used to be able to get, like, guaranteed at least 1,000 to 2,000 views on my Instagram influencer videos, and now they get, like, I did one not that long ago, and they only got, like, a couple hundred views, so it's, like, not really worth... I mean, I have videos already on it on the channel, so I would just go back to my old videos, but if you guys are interested in Instagram influencer stuff. But I don't really know her, so I can't really hook you up with contact info. Her contact info is probably just her contact button, which probably gets a ton of DMs. Like, oh my god, I don't even want to know. And then the email, her email is probably the best way. And I definitely imagine she does have some sort of agency and some sort of manager behind her, because she has been putting out some music and stuff like that too. She's quite a business, I would say. Like, her brand is such a business. It's ridiculous. Like, it's almost kind of scary because she's only like 15. It's weird. Like, it's really strange how much of a business that she is at being 15 years old. But hey, I mean, it's freaking successful. So she's a successful personal brand. Let me tell you. So yep, T Copage. Thanks again. You give the best advice. Check your IG DM. You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. I will definitely check my DM after this, or in a second. Which, if you guys aren't already following me on Instagram, it's linked in the description. Definitely follow that. I mean, most of the stuff I post is just going to Disney. Honestly, that, and I mean, eventually I'll post some other different stuff, but pretty much just being in my room working on stuff and then doing that. I mean, that's mostly what I do. I'll probably travel a little bit over summer. I mean, I am going to New York actually over the summer with my girlfriend up to where her parents live and stuff like that. So that's going to be kind of cool. So I'll definitely post some photos and stuff like that on Instagram of that, at least. You know, some diversity in my posts. I might travel a little bit more than just that too. I might go to Houston because I have a friend that goes to school over in Houston, Texas. So I might fly over there. We'll kind of see. They're actually really cheap plane tickets. They're only like $75 to fly, well, from Florida to Texas. It's like pretty cheap. So anyway, Edwin, you always bring good content here. Thank you. Yep, you're welcome. I appreciate the compliment. Can you explain how to brand a store? In terms of branding a store, in terms of branding a store. Okay, so branding a store, it depends if you're going to try to go for just a trendy product store. If you're going for a trendy product store, you could really just brand it as like really anything. I mean, if you're going for a trendy product store, just give it like a general store name. It doesn't even have to be anything. It could be just like, it could literally be, I mean, I don't even know. It could literally be like Focus Store. I mean, it could be literally anything. It could be a made up name for a general store. It could just be like Best Deals R Us, or not the RS thing. That's like a joke with Toys R Us. But regardless, you could really name it anything. In terms of the actual branding for like building a long-term brand, I think I have some videos on the channel. It's a lot more complex than just like a simple answer. A lot of it goes with the content that you create around it. A lot of it goes with the colors you choose, the logo. I mean, there's a lot of things that go along with branding a store. At least to kind of answer that quickly, I guess. But going along, what part of New York? I used to live there. So her parents are in Poughkeepsie, which is north of the city by I think like 3 hours. North of like New York City. So it's like, yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. What part of New York? We're from Niagara Falls. I almost said it's Nigeria Falls. Like, where the hell is Nigeria Falls? Like, what? Oh my gosh. I've actually been to Niagara Falls. I went there a couple of years ago on like a summer road trip, which was a hella long drive. Like, which we're driving up this summer, my girlfriend and I. So that's, I mean, road trips are fun but far and long. Like, oh my god, especially from Florida. It's going to be long. I was talking to her last night about it. Like, it's going to be at least 25 hours or something. Like, it's a 25-hour drive, which is pretty insane. But Niagara Falls is cool. I mean, I went in there. We were there. I was there for like a couple nights, I think. It looks like I live in Disneyland, Jaime. Yeah, I know, right? It's kind of funny. That's just like my most recent photos. Like, I mean, this shit, like, I gotta definitely diversify, like, what I actually post. Like, I am going to be trying, because literally, like, 3 of my last posts were there, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, it does look like I live there. I mean, that's, like, the best pictures to take. Like, it's fun. I don't know. I mean, the other one, I mean, there was one from St. Augustine and, like, in Georgia and stuff, so that's at least something different, but... Yeah, I get what you're saying. I was just looking at my Instagram just now, so... Anyway, we're from that... Yeah, nice area, about an hour and a half, or an hour and a half. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how bad the traffic is, but, yeah, I mean, I've never been there, so cool, it's only an hour and a half, sweet. I honestly have no idea, because this will be my first time going up there, at least near Poughkeepsie and stuff like that, because I've been to the city, like, 2 other times before, So, I mean, obviously it probably depends on traffic and stuff like that, but yeah. That's cool. It's a little closer than I thought it would be. Oh, she probably, when she says 3 hours, she probably means there and back. That's what she means. Not 3 hours away, like an hour and a half from Manhattan, 3 hours total driving. That would make a lot more sense. Okay. That kind of like straightened that. Because she said it before, so I was like, 3 hours. It must be, yeah, round trip then, 3 hours. Okay. Giovanni Rojas, what software is the best for researching top-selling products? Giovanni, I would say the best thing is either going to be Dropship Spy, which they have some free stuff on there, but you have to pay to get like more of the products. Another thing, and I'm going through a long list here because there's a lot of different ways. So Dropship Spy, there's Pexda.com, P-E-X-D-A. So Pexda.com, then there's Thieve.co, so Thieve.co as well. That's 3 already. Then there's looking at other Shopify stores that you see are winning. So trying to find stores through myip.ms. You can go on there and kind of scroll through like top stores. Obviously try and find ones that are actual dropshipping stores because a lot of them are actual brands, so you can't really replicate that as easily. You could use that. You could also use Facebook. You can go through and try and find Facebook pages that are around dropship, like that have dropshipping products, and then go to their videos section and look at their most recent videos that have a lot of views. That's another way. And that's really it. I mean, those are probably like the best methods. You could also Google certain product names from Pexda and then find people that are running Google AdWords, which I actually made a video on that about copying products or something. I don't know, it's one of my more recent videos, like from last week, I think. Kind of like how to steal products. Yeah, it was my stealing products one, where you can just literally search for the product and then find a store that's running AdWords traffic to it. It's kind of funny. So you can see like what their product descriptions are and stuff like that. Nathan Merrill, do you give up on products other people make bank on if you can't figure out the FB ad targeting? Sadly, I have done that once. It's like if you find the right trending product, you should be able to get you should be able to get success if you find the right kind of product. So you just have to mess around with your targeting worldwide and do different interests, and you should be able to get sales. Like it's not necessarily hard, but it is kind of complex and like a lot to do. It's like a simple, straightforward like way to do it. I mean, my most recent videos have probably helped at least a little bit. But you got to let your ads run at least a little bit of time up to the break-even point so that you can actually see if they worked or not. Because if you didn't let them run long enough, you wouldn't know if they would have gotten a sale or if they got any add to carts, all that kind of stuff. Les Moss, do you ever feel like doing Facebook ads is like going to the casino? Maybe a little bit. The thing is, you're paying for data. So it kind of is, but it isn't. Like I would say not. Because I mean, you're paying for data. So like I ran some ads, they didn't work, but then other ads did. So I mean, in that regard, I guess it's kind of like going to a casino for Facebook ads, like just trying to test your luck. But I mean, you're also paying for data, so you know which ones work and don't work. That at least gives you some odds there for finding the ones that do work well. And if you already kind of narrowed it down to a product that's getting success and traction and sales, it's going to help you a lot more. So Nathan Merrill, I'm trying with one in particular and feel like I'm stuck on it. I may move on. Yeah, I mean, it might be better to move on if you're kind of stuck. Like, don't get too stuck and attached to one product. But like, I have one product right now that like it had some good ad sets, and I just reset them to go worldwide instead, so I can test out more targeting with different audiences. And so like I've already seen it get traction, so I'm gonna just keep running it, and try and get success with it. Because I tried to scale vertically and it just screwed me. Like I lost like $30, which kind of sucks. So you have to. I would just scale horizontally, to test out different audiences. But if you can't get any of those even getting traction, I would just move on to another product that's better. I mean, don't get too emotionally attached to one. But at the same time, you also need to make sure that you're thoroughly testing that one product, because once you have like some conversions with the interest targeting, then you can run retargeting ads, then you can run lookalike audiences, you can run all the other stuff that's going to get you higher conversion rates. So I would say thoroughly test it before moving on. But yeah, that's probably the best advice. I mean, I'm kind of struggling with that almost myself right now, but I mean, like I feel like the product I'm rolling with has enough traction that I've seen on other stores that I should be able to get to work. I mean, I've had a couple ad sets that worked. It's just about scaling it. So scaling is going to take testing. I mean, that's just part of it. How long you leave a product in Facebook ads, Edwin? I mean, if as long as it's profitable. I mean, it just depends. Okay, cool. We got a couple more questions coming in now. What's up, guys? If you're new to the stream, the Hype Lab, Orban Quasi. What audiences would you target for those Thug Life glasses? Thinking stuff like MLG, even no interest. What do you think? Yeah, I mean, the Thug Life glasses, it's funny. I just saw those on Pexta. That's why I threw them in the video. Because I was like, I mean, it's something to talk about. I figured that would be a good example. Yeah, I would definitely do maybe some, like, meme pages within Facebook targeting, or no interest. Maybe. I've heard some people doing that well. I would say to... Yeah, I mean, some sort of gaming stuff would work pretty good. I would say gaming stuff or meme pages, or like within Facebook ad targeting. So yeah. All right, so to go along with the next question here, Giovanni Rojas, where can I hire a freelancer to make videos for products? I have always just taken videos from other people, or just like edited them or made them myself, just because I know about like how to edit. Obviously I make YouTube videos, so I know how to edit. But in terms of paying people to edit, I would say, what was the website? Gosh, let me look it up. It was like a freelance website. I know which one it is. I would say not Fiverr. Oh, Upwork. There you go. I would say Upwork is probably the good one. Upwork has a lot of legitimate people in there that you could get, and they might be able to do more than just one project for you as well, Giovanni. So I would say Upwork is probably the best. I think that they're around like $7 an hour. I'm not exactly sure how much they charge, but not a lot, and they'll probably make you a good video. If you can find the people that know exactly what you're looking for. I mean, maybe try Fiverr. I've just heard some people getting bad stuff from Fiverr. So I wouldn't necessarily, like, I just heard some people having problems with Fiverr. Luz Moss, peace 24/7, gotta run. Alright, peace out, man. Luz Moss. Alright, yeah, you're welcome, Edwin. Same. Nathan Merrill, some guys preach being systematic, some more thorough testing. I want to systematically and thoroughly test. Need to refine my processes. Yeah, I feel the same way about Facebook ads. Like, I don't know. Like, I was testing one method, and I gotta test other methods. I mean, there's a lot of ways to run it, for sure. That's for sure. I'll probably make a video on it, on like a very systematic way to do it. I'm just trying to work out my own process currently, and then how to do that and use it, and then I'll probably make a video on maybe like a PowerPoint or something on like a certain strategy, like testing method you can utilize to be like, all right, is this good or not good? Something a little bit more straightforward versus a lot of people just kind of, just say stuff without really having like a system behind it. So I'll maybe make something like that in the future. Yep, you're welcome, Hype Lab. T Copage, what editing software do you use for videos? Editing software I use is Sony Vegas Pro 13. That is the editing software I use. I've been using it literally for like, God, has it been like 10 years I've been using Sony Vegas? Since I was like a little teenager in like middle school, I've been using Sony Vegas. Maybe even before then. It's been ages. I've been using it since I was like 12. I'm like 20 now, so it's been a long time. Before that, I would use 'cause I've been making videos like my whole life. Before that, I would do what was it? Windows Movie Maker. Windows Movie Maker is still decent now, if you want to make something simple. But Sony Vegas Pro 13, Pro 12, that's like what I use now. And what I've been using for a while. Just older versions. Teach us how, or John Shinoda, teach us how how to find winning products. I said this before in the stream. There's kind of like 5 ways to do it. Pexta, Thieve.co, searching through Facebook, certain keywords on Facebook, you could search through there. You could also do, what was the other one? Oh, just look at people's stores on myip.ms. That's another method. There's a lot of different ways to do it. I think those are probably like the 4 or 5 that I covered before. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to leave them. Stream's been going for about an hour now, so be sure to like this stream if you guys have gotten any kind of value out of it so far. Subscribe if you aren't subscribed. Yep, you're welcome. Take that into consideration. Cool. You're welcome, John. Take that into consideration. Yeah, I mean, there's like 4 or 5 different methods that you can kind of use. The research tools are good. And really the best thing is to find a store that's already working. That's going to give you like the best way to find products, because then you can use Commerce Inspector and kind of like see what they're already doing. That's probably the best way, because you can kind of jump on trends that way, as well as look at even still looking at Pexta is helpful. T Copage, can you review my store? Yeah, for sure. Just drop the store in the stream and I can go ahead and open it up. I'll go ahead and open up a new tab now so I can go ahead and start loading it. I don't know if you asked earlier for me to review the store, but I think I like lost it, because earlier there was like a ton of people in the stream. There's like a lot of questions coming in. Yeah, I can check out your store. When you're linking it though, Swifty, which I'll get to your other question in a second, you have to do it like store. So you have to do like store name and then .com. You have to do it like this. That's how you have to type it in, Swifty. Okay, higher level clothing, com. Yeah, all right, cool. So we got a couple in here. I'll go ahead and start loading those. I'll answer your other question in a second. I'm just gonna go ahead and get the stores loaded in. Just it takes a second to load those. Affluent jewelry.com. Oh, I did not spell that right. Affluent jewel. What? I did not spell that right? Jesus. I don't think I spelled it right. Oh, there it goes. Affluent jewelry. Okay, cool. I got it loaded up. Sweet. I got both stores. Okay, so to go back to the other question though, Swifty. Hey man, haven't been having too much success with my store. I got a product going and broke even every damn time. Lol. Any tips? Would you mind checking out my store if I link it? Yeah, I'm checking. Well, I'm gonna check it out. Obviously, that was before you typed it in. Yeah, broke even. I mean, you gotta test and find the best audiences, Swifty. So like, some audiences obviously are gonna do better than others. So you have to test that. You have to test different audiences. So yeah, I mean, obviously you're going to get some sales and break even, but I would say running lookalikes are going to be good. Also, retargeting can help. I'm about to start up that stuff. Once I have I just set up some new ad sets for my current campaign, and then I'm going to start doing some retargeting and some lookalikes in the future. That will definitely help profitability. Because like interest targeting is going to be the most expensive, just because you don't really know exactly who your like Facebook has to take time to get the right people. Giovanni Rojas, how many stores do you currently have? I've answered this question I think like 3 times. Giovanni in the stream now at this point, but I had one store last year. Did really well on the black face mask. Then I sold it, and then now I have a new store that I've been testing different products here and there, and now I'm running Facebook ads to it now. It's more like a general trendy type store, and then the other store I'm kind of in the ideation phase right now, working on building that out, and it will be probably next year because it's a long-term brand that I'm building. It's on the curly hair niche. So it's for my girlfriend pretty much, but that store is like a long-term brand. It's gonna take a while to actually like get that built out. So it's kind of why I have this other like trendy product store to kind of like hop on trends and stuff like that. But that's pretty much my overall like portfolio of stores. I have worked on a bunch of other stores in the past, like either helped other people start their stores. I have worked on a store for like a client type of thing, although I didn't get paid and I was super pissed about that. I've done a lot of different Shopify stuff in the past like year and a half or so. So a lot of different stores I've worked on, but that's like what like my stores, like how many stores I have or have done, whatnot. T Copage. Oh yeah, you already typed it in. Edwin Zalea. Zalea, what camera do you use? I use it's kind of like out of reach right now. It is the Panasonic Lumix G7. So that answers your question there. It's Panasonic Lumix G7. I like it a lot. It's pretty cool. I got it on like a deal that came with the microphone, so it has like a microphone plugged into it too. Here, I'll actually just go grab it. It's like right here. So this is the camera. It has a Rode video mic on the top. And then it's like got the flippable thing too, so that's really helpful. So if you guys were to make videos, I would definitely recommend having the flippable screen here. Super, super, super useful. And you want to have a different mic because the default camera mics are generally kind of bad. So you want to have a custom mic on top. It's going to give you a lot better sound quality and all that stuff. So this is the camera I use. If you guys also follow Zach, he also makes videos with my camera. So because he hasn't bought his own camera yet. So, but the lighting equipment, I use his light. So it's kind of funny. We kind of like use the same equipment. But yeah, that answers that question there. I'll just set it on my bed. So to go through here, hi Brennan, what's up? Shahriman, Shuib, I'm trying to say these names correctly. Shahriman, what's up? Hello. T Copage, no sales yet, been up for almost a year. Or almost a month, God. Oh, man, a year. That'd be a long time to not have any sales. Yeah, a month. I mean, it takes a while to learn this business. That's for sure. Swifty BR. Yeah, you have a 1099. I'm not sure if you're asking T Copage if he has, or if you're asking me if I have a 1099. I have not. So, like, this next tax season, I will have to do a 1099 and stuff like that. But I do not have one. I did not set one up for this past tax season, so I don't have one currently. But I will next year. So that'll be its own fun stuff. Honestly, I'm kind of new to all the tax stuff just because, like I'm pretty young, so I haven't ever really needed to do it before. I'll definitely make some videos on tax stuff once I get more of the hang of it in the future. The thing that sucks is like everybody in my most people in my family, well, pretty much everyone in my family, it's like my parents just work jobs, right? So they pretty much just do the super simple tax form, which is a W-2, right? W-2 tax form, super, super easy. You literally just boop, punch it in. Like I did this, I tested it out because I did have a tax form because I had worked at UPS for a little bit, and I had worked at Jimmy John's within the last year. I worked at both of those for a little bit of time, just to have something to do, I guess. I don't know. I was kind of bored during those periods of time. So regardless, I had those two jobs. I did them on this year's tax season. I didn't end up filing because it wasn't like enough to be worth it with those two, and then I just kind of left all my business income as like, oh yeah, I didn't make any, because it wasn't. I don't think it was within the necessary taxable whatever. So the next year I'll have to do that for all my investments and all the other shit. Honestly, I'm not really looking forward to it. But like going back to the whole like tax stuff, to kind of go over that at the beginning, is like all of my family just pretty much does W-2s, so it's super easy. Because I did it even myself on TurboTax, and you literally just put the W-2 like code in, and it imports it all for you. It's super easy. But like when you have investments, you have businesses, you have all these other things with money, it becomes a lot more complicated. So like my Gramps, who's kind of like my mentor and stuff like that, he has done a lot of real estate, and he just pays a tax guy. So he doesn't know anything about how to do taxes. He just pays a dude. So it's like I'm kind of screwed like here. Like my dad's just like, oh yeah, I figured it out. And I'm like, it's not that easy. Not exactly that easy, because I'll probably just pay someone next year, honestly. I mean, that's what I'm going to have to do. I mean, that's what my Gramps does, so that's what I'm going to have to do, honestly. Regardless, so just kind of like answering that there. That was a long-winded answer, but it's kind of a story within itself. So Corina Bozdog, what would be a good sales ratio if you get about 500 visitors to a product? How many would you say should be purchasing? Honestly, sales ratio it can vary a lot. Depends on where you're sending your traffic from. If you're sending your traffic from Instagram, you might have a lot of people and no purchases. If you're sending it from Facebook, usually it's a little bit more targeted, so you'll have less visitors for higher amounts of purchases. So I hope that answers your question, Karina. Going back up to Axel. Axel Santiago. What do you do to get more reach? Worldwide targeting gets more reach. Simple answer right there. What do I do if my niche has high CPM? I just do random close related audiences that intersect. Do you do this? Not exactly. Okay. To get a lower CPM, it's worldwide targeting. But when you do like United States and higher, like first world countries, the CPM is going to be high because more of those people will purchase. So it's going to be a higher conversion ratio, and the CPMs are going to be higher because it's a higher quality traffic source. I mean, not to say that the other countries still get you sales for sure, but it's just like the difference in the traffic. Like you're going to have more link clicks. Honestly, you can look at all the CPMs and all that data as much as you want. The thing that matters the most is your actual return on ad spend, your ROAS. That's what matters the most. Like none of the other data can kind of help you gauge ads, but they're not exactly going to mean that much in the grand scheme of things. Like the thing that matters the most is your actual return on ad spend. That's what you're looking for, is the profit. So everything else can kind of affect it a little, but I wouldn't really worry too much about it. But I do like close related audiences under suggestions. That's how I target, if you're wondering, Axel. You're welcome, Edwin. Or if I probably already said that, but Ronnie Sanchez Marino. Hi, Brennan. Love your content. What about a specific dog breed niche? That sounds good. Specific dog breeds are good because it's a lot better than just doing general dogs. The whole dog niche in general is a little oversaturated from YouTubers because that's what everyone uses as their examples. The biggest YouTubers within the Shopify niche use that as their examples. So specific dog breeds you could still have good results with, I would say. But just keep in mind that a lot of people are chasing the same tail with pet niche in general. You can still have good success with it. It just may be a little difficult. Like everything, like almost any niche is possible. It's just, I don't know. It depends on the product mostly. But I would say the untapped audiences are the specific dog breeds. And the breeds that no one talks about on YouTube. So like pit bulls, freaking Dan De Silva talked about pit bulls for like 2 years. Okay? That's probably really oversaturated. Same thing with maybe golden retrievers. Probably not. Honestly, I've talked about French bulldogs a bit on the channel. I used to talk about them a bit more just because I use that as my test store for the course. Was my French bulldog store. So, I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, like, I don't know. I hope that answers your question. I kind of lost my train of thought there, but Shariman, Brennan, I need more purchase and sales for my store. Don't we all? I mean, I don't know exactly what your question is with that. I would definitely say everybody needs more purchases and sales. To go over the stores. That's right, Swifty. Let me go ahead and get that open for you now because I have been neglecting it. And the higher level clothing. I don't remember whose store that was now at this point. I kind of forgot. Is somebody in here still, I imagine. Yeah, let me pop up in these stores. Okay, so higher level clothing. That's the first one here. So I don't remember whose store this was. I think this was T Copage. Yeah, this was T Copage. Okay, so higher level. I mean, I like the design. Like the store is well put together. I think you're trying to do the whole like swimsuit thing. I know a lot of people have hyped that up on YouTube. You got to do like influencers and actually send them the products. I would say doing this whole like trend, you kind of have to go more for a brand and like I like the store design. Like everything is pretty clean. But the best way to go is really just sending influencers the actual products and then having them market it on Instagram. Or you could, like, that's what I've seen some stores do. So I would say, what did there's one girl I follow on Instagram, like a personal friend. She was wearing like definitely an AliExpress bathing suit and was shouting out the page. And that's going to get you conversions because people trust the people that are wearing it. They see it. There's a lot of different ways you could run it, but that's probably like the best way that I've seen brands do it. So I don't know. It's hard to. That might be your problem. I mean, yeah. I mean, I remember Nescafe. If he's still in here, he was doing a store based on the same type of niche, and it was like very different. Yeah, I can take a look at the product descriptions. I mean, the store design is clean. Like, your colors and everything are clean. Oh, I like this. This is a cool little thing right there. Customer reviews. I would say if you can get picture reviews are a lot better. If you wanted to get Luke's, I do not have it currently. I would say until you're making sales, don't get Luke's. But once you're making sales, definitely. You might want to have a little bit more in the product description than just that. It's not bad, but you might want to have a little more. I mean, if you're doing Instagram influencers, you could run with this and it'd be fine, the product description. But if you're doing Facebook ads, you're going to want a little more there. Because people spend more time on this landing page from Facebook, and that's going to be you like really like selling them on it. So So yeah, Nathan Merrill. Oh, so you're Feline Emporium. I see, because I answered a couple of your DMs on Instagram. Now I know who you actually are. Funny. If you have time to start, yeah, I'll probably pop open your store. I'm probably gonna have to. Oh, I think I'll probably go for another like 30 minutes or so. So I'll probably pop open your store. But answering the other questions here. Yeah, product descriptions. Okay, I already opened that. Karina. Brennan, how do you do your videos for shoutouts / ads? Do you have a particular software? I do plan to make I might even make that video come out tomorrow. Like, I gotta film it, obviously, but I was really planning to do a video on that, actually, Karina, on how to make the videos for shoutouts and ads and like how to do it, because there are a couple softwares that you could utilize. I use Sony Vegas to edit videos, but there are some softwares that do make it a little bit easier. For the actual like promotional ads, there's some websites that kind of like auto do it for you. So I'll definitely show some of those and kind of go over how I put together the ads in general, whether it's a shout out or just a Facebook ad. I mostly just been rolling with Facebook ads recently, but I even did video stuff for my Instagram stuff in the past. So yeah, I'll make a whole separate video on it in the future. So just look out for that one, Karina. If you aren't already subscribed, definitely subscribe. I mean, that goes for all you guys in here. Or girls, guys and girls. I think that my like demographic on the channel, though, is like 80% guys. Or I don't know. I could look on the YouTube app. I remember it's like... It's definitely females are the minority within dropshipping, that's for sure. Or really like online business in general. Maybe not like blogs, but like dropshipping kind of. Let me go try and kind of curious now. Audience. Okay, wow. It was even wow. Okay. Gender, right? On the channel. 87.5% male, 12.5% female. Huge difference there between male and female on the channel. So, pretty interesting. And then like the largest demographic is like 18 to 34. But there's a good range of, actually there's a decent range of different ages on the channel, but there's kind of like a interesting demographic thing if you guys were curious, I guess. I don't know. Is Luke's the only app that does picture reviews? T-Copage, no, it is not the only app that does picture reviews. It's just probably the best one. I've used ReviewU, but it's not exactly the cleanest, which was like RYVIU, review you. I think that was, how do you spell it? RYVIU. Oh, that was the one. So I use this app. I just put it in the chat here. Ow, Jesus. Just almost tripped on a cord that was behind my desk. So ReviewU, I've used them before, and it's an app that does have picture reviews. It's just not the best, and you're going to have to edit with it a lot and mess with it. Luke's is like a lot simpler and easier. But there are even other ones than this. But ReviewU is actually free. Like, they have a free version of it. So ReviewU is pretty cool. So yeah. Ali reviews is decent. Yeah, you have to filter out the junk reviews. That's the same thing with ReviewU. You have to filter out the crappy ones. So that's kind of like the problem there. That's why Luke's is like a lot easier, because you don't really have to. It just kind of like goes. You might not have to really filter that much. Yeah, you're welcome, Nathan. Thanks for your time. Feel free not to. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Karina. Hope that kind of like answers it. I'll definitely make some more in-depth stuff in the future on that. I think I'm gonna go back up to okay. Lorenko. Hey Brennan, thanks so much for your time to help us out. You're welcome. Quick question: if you had the ability to create and sell unique clothes, would you focus more on developing a brand or niche marketing? So if it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. If you are trying to accomplish a fashion brand, like a Supreme, now Supreme's a bad example, but if you were to try and create some sort of like fashion brand, and create and sell unique clothes, I would really focus on developing the brand. That's for sure. Develop a really strong brand. And the way that you do that, I mean, it's you probably already know. It's like the way things look. I've talked about it before on the channel. I've talked about it on the stream. But I mean, you're going to have to do niche marketing as well. I'm not exactly sure what you mean between the two of those, but developing a brand is very, very important for selling unique clothes. That's why all these fashion brands are able to do so well, is because of the brand, right? They're getting their clothes on influencers, like popular people that they want to sell to, like their followers pretty much. Like, so a lot of rappers will wear Supreme, Bape, all these other fashion brands, and then that gets the clothing brand sales because they have influencers in the space wearing them. Oh, yeah, no, definitely long-term brand. If you're selling unique clothes, if you're going to be going the more fashion route, 100% long-term brand. Niche marketing for a quick buck. Yeah, solid brand is everything. Yeah, exactly. That's for sure. Thanks for the rap. Yeah, you're welcome. What is his name? There's one YouTuber I actually watch within the fashion niche that's kind of like might help with maybe some ideas of that. Oh, it's called Frugal Aesthetic. I'll go ahead and open that up on here. It's like Frugal Aesthetic. Yeah, it was like this YouTube channel right here. So this one right here, Frugal Aesthetic, is the one that that kind of goes over fashion stuff. So as you can see, you can kind of see like dressing and all that kind of stuff. It's mostly like how to dress, but I don't know, maybe you might find some value in there. I've watched some of his videos. So to go over affluent jewelry real quick. So affluent jewelry, luxury products. I don't remember whose store this was. Let me go back up and look at it. I think this was Axel. No, this was Swifty. Thanks, definitely useful content. Yeah, you're welcome. For sure, for sure. So Affluent Jewelry, to go over this store here, I think I've kind of gone over some of the principles here between selling the products. You're going to want a better product description. You probably want to lead people directly to the sales page for the product you're trying to sell. Imagine if we sort by best selling, we're going to see, well, one of these. I mean, these are like products I've seen on like every store. If this is the one you're running traffic to, you probably want a better description. You want a different font and color. You want to kind of make your website look a little bit more unique, I would say. I mean, it's not bad, but also capitalize the colors. Yeah. Oh, to go back to the questions here, DJ Jordan. Hey, nice content. How can I make a customized page like the one on thenightsky.com? Like a customizable product. Let me go ahead and open that up. Thenightsky.com. Let me go ahead and open that one up real quick. Okay. Oh, thenightsky.com was that one store. I remember reviewing that. That was for like the 3 stores or something, that like the different, reviewing the good product or store designs. Now I remember what that was. I'm not exactly sure what app they were using, Jordan. You're welcome, T Copage. I'm not sure what app they were using to make the customizable product. DJ Jordan, I would send them an email and ask them straight up. You should be able to get a response, because it's a really cool thing, and so just ask them up front. Probably be able to send them a DM on their Instagram or email them or something. I mean, they have a customer support team, so they'll probably lead you to somebody that could tell you what it is that they're using. Fasu Galini. Hey, Brennan, do you think it's still time to launch a swimwear store? Is it too late now? I'll be doing my first store. I'm just starting dropshipping. It's not too late to launch a swimwear store. However, and this is a big thing a lot of people don't really understand. I mean, if you're going to be doing a swimwear store, I have one subscriber, Nescafe, that's probably watching. If he's not in here anymore, I mean, I don't know, but he's doing like a brand for swimwear, which is really, really good if you want to go the more branded route, and you could hire models to take pictures and all. That's a lot of work, and I understand that. That's like the more long-term brand thing where swimwear can really, really succeed. There's one girl on my Instagram that I follow, like a personal, and she like was shouting out this page because I don't think they just sent her a free product or something. I don't know. But the page had like over 1,000 followers, and that's definitely getting them sales on their store. And it was literally just AliExpress swimwear. So it sells for sure, but you have to do the whole branded stuff and sending people products and with influencers. That's the best way to do it. You can't really do it with just straight, you can't really do it with just straight ads. I mean, maybe, but from what I've seen personally, that's going to be the best route. So I would honestly, if you're just starting, I would suggest finding a store that's already working and doing trending products. That's going to get you the best results quickly. I wouldn't say try and build a brand from the beginning. That's a more advanced thing. I mean, you need to know way more about e-commerce to succeed with a brand. It's just a lot more advanced. Wow, a lot of questions coming in, guys. You're welcome, T Copage. DJ Jordan, you're welcome, bro. Lorenco, 3Des Studios. Oh, not clothing related. Yeah, let me go ahead and open that up. 3Des Studios.com. Well, I like the colors. Gotta wait for it to load up. It's probably gonna lag a bit on the stream. Let me go ahead and load that up here. Cool. So 3desstudios.com. That is Lorenco. Let me know what you think of our shop. Not clothing related. So Blazebox. Cool. So you have this right here. Choose your color. So is Blazebox like your actual branding that you have on it? Because that's pretty cool. I don't smoke or anything like that, but this is a cool store design. Wow, so you have a lot of colors. You can have like the different body colors. I mean, it's pretty sweet. It's a good branding. Like, really well branded. This actually kind of reminds me, yeah, that's perfect. Just keep in mind, I don't think you can sell this stuff on Facebook ads. So, well, yeah, I imagined it was your own product that you 3D print, because it looked very like unique. Like, wow, look at that. Oh wow, the video loaded up here. Wow. Yeah, that's really nice. That's pretty sweet. Well, if it loads, I don't know, it might be lagging for everyone on the stream. But it looks pretty cool. I like it. It's well branded. I mean, there's not really much else to say about it. It's getting you success and stuff like that. I mean, in terms of what I think, I like the colors. It's well branded. You have the right pages. You have the About Us FAQs. You have a login. That's good. Cool. So you have accounts and stuff like that. I mean, really, the logo is pretty solid. There's not really much to change on it. I mean, if it's working, it's working. I'd probably say ganjapreneurs. I like that. That's funny. Axel Santiago. I have a cat niche store, and my winning ad set are only using engaged shoppers with energy drink interest. Lol, over 100 sales with it. Yeah, for sure. Exactly. Like, you can literally... Axel Santiago. I mean, you can literally like, yeah, that's an exact example of how you can pretty much succeed with like ridiculous kind of stuff on your Facebook ads and stuff like that. Like, it doesn't have to be, when you're doing like trendy type products, kind of like what you're doing, you don't, the store branding is not as important because you're just sending people to a landing page. Like, it's not exactly the most important thing. Like, what the hell is... Like, it's just, it's not exactly, like, the most important thing. To have your branding on, like, a general store look crazy. Like, it could be about anything, and you're still gonna have success. Yeah. Nice store. It's our actual products. Exactly. Yeah, awesome. Glad to hear you like the branding. You're welcome. It's cool. It's definitely good. The only aspect that may be able to improve it is like some sort of blog, some sort of content, maybe. Maybe you'd already do that in your email list. Some sort of content around it. I mean, you might do that on your Instagram page. So some sort of content could also improve. Yeah, so you already have like a small Instagram page or some stuff. The thing is, it definitely differentiates you and puts you way above all your competition because you have like your own product that people can't just copy this directly. So it definitely puts you way above other people. Oh yeah, you also have a YouTube page too. Cool. Oh, it doesn't have any content. Well, whatever. But sweet. So you have all that stuff. Cool. But yeah, I know the video output seems low. I think it's just like lagging a lot right now. I hate this internet. I'm so ready to move. Cool. Oh, good. Okay, now it's loading. Fasu Galini, thank you for the answer. Actually, I just want to catch the trend because of summer, then concentrate on another niche on a long-term store. Yeah, for sure. I mean, catching the trend on it, yeah, you can do it. It's just you're going to have to get kind of creative with it, with how you do it. I would say influencers could be the best. I don't know. To get a lot of sales, Facebook ads are definitely better. But yeah, to go along with, so Lorenco, we are trying to sell and grow organically. The thing is, you can't use Facebook ads for smoke paraphernalia, lol. Yeah, exactly. That is kind of the struggle there, and Facebook ads are just so good. So, yeah, of course, you can't use them for smoke paraphernalia, but the thing is, that actually gives you some sort of an advantage, because that means that there's a lot of demand for the product, because I don't think you can even sell it on Amazon either. So, like, there's a huge demand for that product, because most people are like, oh, you can't sell on Facebook? Oh, well, I'm not going to make a store around it. Oh, you can't sell it on Amazon? I'm not going to make a store. So you kind of are set above the competition, because a lot of other people will just kind of give up on the fact that, oh, I can't sell it on there. I guess I'm not going to do that. So I would say SEO. I remember this one Flippa website that was like a 420 flippa.com. And that's how you can like buy and sell stores. They were doing just like SEO articles on their website, and that's how they got a lot of organic sales. So if you can build a blog and stuff like that on your website, that would probably help you get a lot of sales. Maybe even have a spokesperson kind of create stuff around content on your YouTube channel. That could be a really good way too. Make videos on like how to do this, how to do that, and then just feature the product in your videos and link it in the description on your store. That's a really, really good way to grow like the long-term brand and organic traffic and all that stuff is content. So around like YouTube, around SEO, blog posts, those are probably the best ways to go, because you obviously can't do direct ads on Facebook. I'm not even sure if you can do, I think you can do Google AdWords. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I think you can. So I hope that answers your question there with that. Maybe helps a little bit. Oh, geez. I messed up my thing here. There we go. Cool. Mind expansion. Great tips. Yeah, you're welcome. That exactly what I just said is literally what this one fitness brand, Alphalete, has done through YouTube, pretty much, and Instagram influencers. But I would say for you, definitely some sort of articles, blog posts, and YouTube videos about about it, and then just feature the store like, hey, if you want to get our products, you can check it out. You don't want to plug too hard, though, with it. You want to definitely give a lot of value up front in your content, and then just kind of link it in there. Kind of like just mesh it together. And that's what I'm going to be doing for that hair care brand in the future, so with my girlfriend. Like, that's going to be the strategy there, so it's a good long-term big brand way to go. It takes a lot more work, and it's a lot more long-term, but it's really solid. No Logan Paul. Yeah, you don't want to be like, oh, link in bio, like. Exactly. A lot of damning, but hard to scale for sure. Oh, a lot of demand. Yeah, do SEO. Exactly. SEO, like Axel said, that's going to give you probably the best long-term growth. Growth with marijuana, no way. Um, I don't actually smoke myself, but I do know a bit about it just because I have a few friends that smoke a lot. Well, they don't smoke all the time, but like, I don't know. I've been around it, so I kind of understand. No, actually, I do have a couple of friends that are pretty big potheads. So I understand like the whole space a bit, I guess. I've been around it, so I kind of understand some of it. But yeah, it's been a long live stream. It's been like almost 2 hours. If you guys have any other final questions, I'm probably gonna dip pretty soon just because it's been a while and I'm hungry. I only had some rice and cheese earlier, so it's probably a weird combo, but I'm getting kind of hungry. I need to cook something. Probably work on my store, the ads, and plan out some videos for tomorrow and the future days. So if you guys have any other final questions, if not, free Facebook Mastermind group linked in the description. Follow me on Instagram, subscribe to the channel. Everything is linked there. All that kind of stuff. Fasu Galini. I'm willing to do influencers, then move to Facebook ads. But do you think I should do that or try to build a long-term store from the beginning? Honestly, if you want cash flow, do influencers and then Facebook ads for cash flow. Long-term store in the beginning is very difficult. Like what Lorenco is doing is great long-term, but you know it's a grind for sure. I mean, it's just like building a personal brand. Like what I'm doing with like my YouTube channel, it's a freaking grind. Like I've been making videos. I mean, Edwin right here, like he's been on the channel for a while, and I've been making videos since like October, and I'm just now getting to like almost 5,000 subs. So it's a cool thing for sure, but it's a grind when you're doing like a long-term brand and store and all that to get free traffic, and it's a long-term grind. So I would say if you want cash flow, do some paid stuff in the beginning, do some influencers, do some Facebook ads, FB ads. It's going to get you a lot more quicker results. Long-term store is the move for sure for like sustainability purposes and like good income long-term. But it's hard in the beginning. You want to get your feet wet with e-commerce. Do the other stuff first. Fasu, especially as a beginner. Giovanni, do you have a Shopify course? I do have a Shopify course. It is linked in the description box below. You can go ahead and check it out and read through it. It takes you pretty much like through everything, like starting your store, Instagram traffic, Facebook traffic, dealing with returns. And I mean, I think it has over 8 hours of content in there. I mean, it's a lot. Like I put a lot into that course. It took me like a month to make actually, but you know, it takes you straight through everything. You know, I pretty much go through, and there's some stuff in there as well that's like not on the channel at all. So there is some cool exclusive content as well. So definitely check it out if you're interested for sure. I appreciate it. Lorenco, yeah, take care, dude, so much. Catch you next stream. Yeah, for sure. You're welcome. I appreciate you for stopping by. Thanks for the content. You're welcome, Nathan. You're welcome, Edwin. Happy grinds, everyone. Be true to your hearts, for sure. Understand now. Thanks for your tips. Yep, you're welcome, Fasu. Hope that definitely helps with as a beginner, kind of getting started, getting your feet wet, all that stuff. But if you guys haven't already subscribed to the channel, like this live stream, everything, the course I was just talking about for Giovanni, it's linked in the description box, as well as a Shopify trial if you guys are like brand new. Facebook Mastermind group, follow me on Instagram, like everything is linked in the description. So, but that's pretty much all for today's live stream, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Eric Melendez, just answering your quick question here. Have you ever outsourced your website making? I have not personally. I may in the future. Upwork, I think, is the freelancing website that is good. But yeah, hope that helps everyone. That's just answering Eric's quick question there. But that's all. So definitely check everything out. But that's all. So peace out, guys. Love you.